Hey everyone, Jason Case here with another video. Today we're going to be talking about some terms you might have heard of and might not fully understand, which CAC, CPA, LTV, these terms are familiar in the startup world, but they're also important in other businesses as well. So I wanted to quickly go over some of these terms today and help you get a better understanding of them. Hopefully you find this information useful, and if so, please do me a favor, share it, like it, give me some feedback on it, and let me know what other topics you might be interested in. So let's just go ahead and dive in. CAC, cost to acquire a customer. CPA, cost per acquisition, and LTV is the lifetime value of your customer. So lifetime value of your customer is what they pay over the lifetime. So let's just say a customer might order $1,000 over the lifetime. Simple math. So that's what we do, is we break that down into, let's just say your margin is 50%. So if your margin is 50%, that gives your LTV profit of $500. So I've heard of people saying like that this is the most simplest way I've seen it. You can look it up, and there's a bunch of different calculations and formulas out there to use, but I feel like this is probably the simplest for people to understand, and I think it's probably the best formula to go off of. Obviously, people might disagree with me, but that's my opinion. So what you do is you're going to set your CPA and your cost to acquire a customer, your cost per acquisition, to 1/3 of your LTV profit. So if your LTV profit is $500, you take that and divide that by 3. That gives you a cost to acquire a customer, cost per acquisition of $167. So you never want to spend over $167 to acquire a customer. Now, if you listen to my previous videos where I talk about testing multiple different marketing channels to see if they work or not over the course of 60 or 90 days, you're most likely going to pay more than you want to acquire that customer during that testing phase. That's common. You hardly ever just knock a marketing channel out of the park the first try. So that's fine, but the thing is to understand this as your top value. So by the end of that test, 60, 90 days, and it's not hitting this mark, I mean, you want to try to keep it as low as possible. I want to, if that's my cost to acquire a customer, I want to try to keep it well under that. The lower I can keep that, the more profitable my business is. But that's just a great number to know, because I never want to exceed that. So every week when you review your numbers, always make sure that you're staying below that after you got your marketing channels dialed in. And if something changes over the course of time, you want to definitely dive into it and figure out, what's changing that. Is your conversion ratio dropping? Is something else not working? Well, then find out where in your funnel you're having the drop off and make changes to that and try to get this down. So hopefully you find this information useful. If you do, please do me a favor, share it, and we'll talk tomorrow with another video.